right now. I'm really wishing I'd done that butter thing on Fist. That'd be sweet right now. I wish I'd done the butter face to Fist.
Mm-hmm.
30, but.
Mm-hmm.
Can you speak up when you talk? Just
I'll try. Okay.
try to
Yeah. I usually try to speak poorly, but. Okay.
He's good at that.
Yeah. First of legitimacy, age, uniqueness, correlation to high now, Gibson 06. When it comes to institution of self-support for the court to look anything to do with ideology and partisan liberals trust the court to roughly the same levels of conservative Democrats, Republicans hold the Supreme Court in similar regard. But as yet, the legitimacy of the court has not been threatened by divisions of public policy, be the link overruling the president's exos, initiating unlawful detainment will press the legitimacy of the court, criminal law review 03. Given the national concern over bringing terrorist to justice over abstract of September 11th, the Supreme Court will let the history to oppress several executive orders from constitutional, whether the executive order concerns the requirements of constitutional precedent will remain a live question until the court is presented with an appeal and decision could have an important implication. The impact of this court's going to see key to protection of unpopular minorities, for instance, Caldera, and post-rape conventions and most important attitudes toward ordinary citizens hold towards issues like Supreme Court has to use institutional institutions for that leeway to be able to go against public opinion, reasonable life, judicial institution, and the degree to which they enjoy the loyalty of their constituents. Counterpoint. Okay. The President will issue an executive order stating that there is no distinction between lawful and unlawful combatants and species will verify. Next, the Solvency Act can give rights to unlawful detainees, BIAC. In 04, the U.S. Military Commission decision established by the President of the Military Order for unlawful combatants defended the extensive due process protection of unlawful combatants detainees by the U.S. Military Commission. Next, the executive order will receive more credible judicial proceedings and legal protection. Next, next office press powers, age, and decrease, which has signed a statement specific on terrorization to assert on presidential authority, Chicago Daily Law Bulletin 06. Bush's signing statement deals with the realization he's acting police president of the law and violating the constitutional separation powers between Congress chief executive, the affirmation of the power recognized chief executive, Bush's signing statement reference time first was one that company signing in the law of 75 increasing United powers of U.S. government in signing those statements for that he would follow the law of circumstances when prison courts on the constitutional command and chief starting to safeguard American people from further terrorist attacks, qualification of family death statute, that is the link for judicial oversight, presidential power as cost in 04. We are now confronted with the conservative national public life that is going to then see these trying to inject itself into areas of character for down originally signed as expression of the president and constitution. These enforcements include some of the most fundamental aspects of the president's conduct and war terrorism, these innovations from the president's constitutional responsibilities and American law and liberties. Next is the impact for the president's powers, key stop world conflict between Pakistan, North Korea, and the Middle East, South China Coast. 2000, the president's banned for the rest of the world. International political field, the fact of political instability in the U.S. and Middle East, the conflict between Pakistan, more peace on the Korean Peninsula, and even though ways to listen to China, Taiwan, playable influence by the authority of the president bring in secure U.S. president outweighs any benefit that might bring. Military power cannot be which way this brings with the risk of miscalculation and the use of the power that heightens conflict. There are few conflicts in the world today which can be solved without U.S. to influence the rest of the world. Needs the U.S. to use its power definitely decisively. Next is we isolate the impact scenarios. First is the impact war with possible global nuclear exchange. Watch time. So one, the most dangerous place on the planet to act connected to wars and good third could break a nuclear bombs, nuclear winter threatening the entire globe, and North Korean wars would go nuclear. Any life on Earth lead in 99 the Korean Peninsula sits an atomic power take and then even step will into a global NBC war, and tens of millions of people will die. The Earth after will not be suitable for human habitation. Next, the Middle East conflict causes global nuclear wars. Time back to war break out in the Middle East again. Once unthinkable, except unless there will now be a strong probability the unilateral possession of nuclear weapons by a U.S. enormously stabilize and radically lower the threshold for that to account for all of nuclear war. If familiar pattern, these power versus nuclear weapons and the Middle East conflict, we can regard world conflict raging. Pretty. The war on terrorism allows us to establish a stable frame and dichotomy between U.S. and the Islam understanding partisan key to friend annihilation. Sarah Thompson in 06, classical concept for war and peace now makes sense of what is happening in the Middle East. It may are considered the result of new spaces for war and emerge in the process of new kinds of warfare. We're default along with back from war and politics, destroying the fighters of partisan geology, positive between the stated foundation warfare. Those between war and peace commands not combating the enemy and criminal predisposing wars that should be conducted against state by regular armed states. The modern president turned away from the conventional enmities and war and gives himself up to another enmity that rises to terror and counter-terror of annihilation. Additionally, these politics defined by friend enemy distinction, this ability to make distinctions for times of peace and limitation, conflict while preserving the intact and root of human condition, those terms spread to war, rash, and OO. Our ability to distinguish with defined temporal and spatial plans, the friend and enemy's mark of our political existence of being a conflict of vocation. The war and a war can lead to spiritual peace only to this peace at a graveyard. The form preserves difference, but not only differently shapes and differentiates the concepts unique and social theories of difference, but politics preserves the ability to make sure and ability to halt with conflict and ability to recognize and determine the difference between conflict and peace. Political antagonism, dispute, fragile, crisis, conflict by legitimizing such crime expression. The absolute circulation. Additionally, the war on terrorism uniquely embodies from its friend enemy relation, patriotic 100 Bayer's ultimate reflection of the specter in 04. The Bush administration was born under its committee of the Bush administration. Their decision to find the tax system of staff war for understanding its beliefs in politics war as an enemy. Second is their strategy towards international law formally rejected. Third is their use of what's called a state of exception or state of emergency to suspend normal constitutional production. In this category, one puts the tax of civil liberties and legal detention of terrorist suspects in Guantanamo Bay. Additionally, the discourse of the war and narrative uniquely to the enemy creation is one of the few remaining forms in our world. Reinhardt in 04. In a post-9/11 world where we see American death roll and share with enemies and friends and hence the people uncertain about himself, Veronica, so-called war and heritage side of disappearance of person localized enemies, terrorists, and that as a stabilizing function that is pursued to the but that war and him to attempt to resuscitate him to breathe life into an atom of enemy. Recently, the class of civilization between Western society and Islamic fundamentalists' greatest modern example of misread enemy dichotomy as war in 04. Far less massive than any primitive opportunities to make them football past goes to fit that hot from here now Islam poses the scenarios of future classes of civilization and one of the reincarnation and Ismaili friend enemy distinction and according to the countries the heart of political distance. Additionally, you should frame others as enemy the impact return is a destruction of political and unsuppressed violence on a global scale. Reinhardt in 04. The effects of destruction would become a subject in question. Would be looking for new reconstructive enemies. It would multiply little wars in the nation states of the state and the prince and any price of so-called ethnic or genocidal struggles enemies without which it would lose its political beings on enemy. Therefore, without friends, where does one find oneself? The disappearance of enemy results in something like global psychosis, since the mirroring relation between the us and them provides form of stability. A balance in the face of which is called hostility, war, conflict, enemy, cruelty, even hatred, regain, reasserting, and ultimately appealing countries because they would be identifiable. Additionally, intentional political death and war must be maintained to be a valid political existence. Unification behind a single sovereign is a precondition of political, which is integral to preserve values greater than life itself. Van der Valken 02. The possibility of death is a way of forcing them to ensure that it is about their way of life that they will be willing to die for what else matters. So possibility of temptation taking place of rewards, including whether a situation not a right political movement is echoed in information ruled by rule submission by those who will fight the justice called upon those who will lengthen decisions that such a fight against their preserving temperance communities long as possibility of war exists, political continue to exist as well as possibility of war, which is still indicates important community, strong sovereign capacity for accepting martial activity, war that means to defend our way of life, but also means discovering the way of life, and not political limits, like political order, and what is really at stake. What Kentucky is taking that one, I put it in more important of those things we value more than our life. Additionally, social norms cannot exist separate from a declaration of sovereignty, mountain rationality, constitution means and ends is insufficient to give relative value to representative or other. The sovereign decision regarding the state of stepping from outside the legal system is necessary to unify the populace behind a definitive norm and maintain political existence. The state provides a performative space for which to articulate these values, rational. The achievement of state constitutional ability to determine the constitution with moral and legal norms can be valid. Every norm is a normal situation. The state has the right or the right by way of logical protection of the universal norm by norm was the state in a situation of conditions state which would actually enable and based within the many changes causing effects or community order and cause we might go into pre-station will find those that see complete explanation for why neither is any world out why is it way it is as a hypothetical necessity which determines the later things and was from earlier determine what is absolute metaphysical necessity simply which related reason not be given all that rationality science to defend itself means and end for it to acknowledge its evidence and front of question regarding ends for example regarding form mechanics of the like market rational especially to offering advice for the use by most proper and constitution needs to pursue the goals and sense cannot be rationally justified and advised or system is a rationally justified reference to point external to itself so long as life remains imminent and interpreted some terms in notionality and unceasing struggle these good with one another ultimately possible attitude struggling for a reconcilable hence the struggle never be fought to a final solution is necessary to make a decisive choice that action after a lot of loss all capacity to provide final basic legalism in which it destroyed all possibility of pride and law of metaphysical dignity virtue of imminent qualities all norms are inimical to the vilified case. Congress needs to allow President full control over retention, meaning insolvency, Cleveland 05. Each President inviting Congress to justice concludes the violation of the Discovery for wartime very serious and known by Congress to all plus Congress President to embrace wartime policy and civil order has been done, ensuring basic for procedural government reflections praise the little objecting for support to reduce stop them. These is no solvency, even military tribunals just allowed detention will remain. Denver Journal 06. Their less of 90 back change given could be changed on the basis of criminal justice for military commission, personal jurisdiction of military. The commission might be recognized both courts against him with jurisdiction, red habeas corpus. Additionally, there's no threshold by power how much you need to be unsolved and solved. Additionally, they can't use the government to give itself out of the court the existence of power to change things. Additionally, banning military tribunals is impractical, cause massive confusion, backlogging. Ohio Law Review 02. Another bank disputes military avoiding for injustice support documents that the United States surrounding the territory and capital land the farmer to finance control massive criminalizing the effective when over 300 civil prison brought to trial in the rest of our president case and one part of the mass backlogs for the guard threat in the case that's kind of creating a legal nightmare of different conditions and identical issues across the service.
The two analytical arguments make sense to you?
Use the government to step out of power.
What's the, no threshold, and what's the other one?
You can't use government.
All right, what's the status of the critique?
Critique.
the alternatives to counterpoint.
Why is the alternative counterpoint? Why is the alternative the counterpoint?
Sovereign power, sovereign being able to determine what is right, what's wrong.
Is good?
Yes.
Okay, but if what is, okay, I guess my question then would be, what is the link to the critique?
The link to the critique?
Yeah.
That we need to be able to determine, the sovereign needs to be able to determine who is an enemy and who's a friend.
Okay, so it's not that the eliminating the enemy combatant status is bad or good.
You know,
Right.
our rationing talks about taking it outside of the law.
So it's not whether or not the enemy combatant status is good or bad.
Well, it's obviously part of it, but the larger
Okay,
issue is
so
more
if
the
it's-
ability to
If
determine
it's
who's
part
a
of it
friend.
and you eliminate the enemy combatant status, I'm not saying why you don't like.
Okay, like I said, the Schmittian ideology, all of the links we read from Reinhardt, Morris, or the other one, talk about why we need to locate the power to determine who's a friend and enemy, to have this stable dichotomy in the sovereign. That Schmitt would endorse, essentially, one person being able to label. The first card says, Bush did three things.
Okay, so the person who originally labeled people as enemy combatant should be consistent in what they do?
Yes,
Is that the argument?
yes.
Why?
The first link card we read says three reasons. First, that was able to mobilize the populace against an enemy, that wars need an enemy so that we can determine who are our friends, that if one person doesn't do it, then we don't have this stable dichotomy, which means we aren't unified.
Well, if one person says these people are enemy combatants and then all of a sudden they say, never mind, would that not be inconsistent with
No,
the
because
stable
that person
dichotomy
is still
between the two?
determining who is and who is not an enemy.
Okay, and what's the other reason?
Huh?
You said that's one reason why it's good. Then you said there's two more.
Okay. Yeah, in that first card, which I don't have in front of me, but I think it talks about why.
Is this the first card?
No, it's
Is this the first card?
the first card that's labeled links. This Spectre card. It then says, in the context of international law, like if you're intervening in terms of the war on terror, then it says that the president should be able to determine when the state of exception begins and ends, in terms of like Guantanamo Bay.
I know, why?
Why?
Yeah, well, you give
Okay,
me
well,
one reason.
then the later Reinhardt card says
So
that.
not this card, the later one.
Okay, well,
Is it your argument?
these are the links. What?
Do we decrease press power or you just increase it?
Well, we read a link that
Can I
decreases
see the
power.
right card?
I think I asked it over there.